Hey, y'all. Thanks for stopping by. So, just this morning, I was scrolling through my news and I see that there are bomb threats coming out of Springfield, Ohio now. And this town has been in my news feed for a few weeks now regarding statements made by certain political members and at presidential debates. You probably remember that, where Donald Trump made the baseless claim that they're eating dogs and cats in Springfield, Ohio, that they're kidnapping the pets. This was immediately fact checked by one of the moderators there that the city manager has not reported any credible claims of this happening. And they take that stuff seriously, by the way, stealing pets. In my state, at least, South Carolina, it holds a different charge than just regular theft, the theft of a pet specifically. And then, of course, cattle rustling, stealing chickens, cows, that sort of thing. That's a completely different level of theft. That's going to be more than your average theft. But I digress. Crimes are very easy to track. The same people who are pushing these theories about Haitian migrants doing witchcraft on your pets love using crime stats to denigrate other minority groups. But now all of a sudden, you can't look at crime stats to prove you wrong. It's only to let you use numbers you don't understand, to fundamentally misunderstand statistics. These stories about dogs and cats are actually having major ramifications. There's been stories about people finding their cars covered in acid. There was a story about a building being burned down. And now we have bomb threats that are being called at schools across the districts. Now you have police officers who have to make sweeps of these schools every morning to make sure that these threats aren't valid. And that's what I find crazy about this is I saw that Libs of TikTok lady, Chaya Rashik, talking about how because the bombs aren't there, that it's a hoax. Someone used that term when reporting on this hoax because they haven't found any actual explosives, that some of the calls originated overseas. And I find that insane because this is the same lady who held up a newspaper gloating about how when she reports on things, bomb threats follows. This is the modern right's MO at this point is to use this is stochastic terrorism to influence people, to scare people into submission. And it's not like they're even hiding that they're lying about this stuff either. The vice presidential running mate for Donald Trump, JD Vance, was just on CNN the other day, and he said the following.
The American media totally ignored this stuff until Donald Trump and I started talking about cat memes. If I have to,
But it
if I
wasn't
have
just a
to
meme, sir.
create stories so that the American media actually pays attention to the suffering of the American people, then that's what I'm going to do.
Now, I've always been of a mind that you tell the truth. That when things are wrong, you need to be as honest and upfront about it as you can, otherwise, there's no fixing it. So, for you to admit that you are lying, that you are deceiving people in order to try and spin a narrative of what you believe is actually wrong, of what people are actually suffering through, rather than just showing what people are suffering through, rather than providing actual solutions to these problems, I just can't take you serious. And this again is the party that tells you you need to calm down your rhetoric, that you need to not stoke violence and fear in, the American public, but they are admitting they are lying about migrant communities in order to stoke fear so you pay more attention to what's going on there. The open hypocrisy that I see from these people just rings these alarm bells in my head that almost make me feel violent. I just can't believe that we have people who are this dishonest and this open about their dishonesty potentially being able to run my country. It drives me insane. So, as far as these stories coming out of Springfield go, just understand that this has real consequences. That telling lies about people, that just making up stories to try and spin a narrative, will always result in something bad. Try and be as honest as you can. When things are wrong, tell the truth. If you don't let people know exactly what's happening, if you don't try and find real solutions to this instead of just making people afraid and telling them some nebulous concept of a plan that you have, I just don't know what you expect people to do about this other than be afraid and cause violence, which it seems like that's what you want. But I guess until we see more concrete news out of this, until probably one of these Republicans adopts an animal just to skin it and cause a national crisis. Y'all try to have a good day.